Tell us your name.
My name is Diane. I'm a family physician, and I'm also board certified in geriatrics and integrative holistic medicine. But I started out traditional, and once I graduated residency, was teaching residents, and I even did a research project early on about how to force or convince people to do flu shots and pneumonia shots. And I was, believing all the traditional things.
Right, and let's just stop on that let's just have a chat about that for a second.
Okay.
So, you were a family doctor.
Correct.
And you believed in the shots, the schedule, the CDC
Correct.
schedule. And just on that note, why do you think you did? Do you think it was from your training?
I believed what they told me. Mm-hmm. I believed everything they told me.
And if you
initially.
Exactly. And so you worked on how to persuade people to take the flu shot.
Correct.
So what did you think of people that were anti-vaxxers and didn't take the flu shot? How did that make you feel?
I thought they were being very risky, not taking care of themselves, not being cooperative.
So when you wrote whatever you would call that thing on how to persuade people, what was in that? What were you thinking? How to persuade them?
Just how to convince them it's for their own good, that this is important, it'll keep them safe and healthy, and keep them well. I believed what I was taught.
Of course. And so did you vaccinate babies? Or?
Yes, I did pediatric care for babies. I vaccinated my children. Fortunately, it was back when they were not getting too many, and I made no connection with my son's super high fever. My daughter used to have terrible screaming fits. She was early on allergic to dairy. That could have been other things. Of course, now her daughter had severe eczema after all her multiple vaccines when she was born.
So did you tell your patients when they would come in that these vaccines were safe and effective?
Of course. And I believed it.
I find that fascinating.
Yeah, you're embarrassing me terribly.
No. I don't mean to embarrass
horrible.
you.
I can understand the other doctors, but they need to wake up.
So, yes, they do. And what is it that made you wake up?
20 years ago, part of my conversion to holistic medicine, I was having terrible headaches, horrible restless legs at night, some mild fibromyalgia, and I just thought that was the way it was going to be. I tried some different things. One of the things I did a heavy metal urine test that I had learned about, and I was very high on mercury. I also had arsenic, and I thought, damn, these flu shots I've been telling people to get as I researched it, they have mercury in them. And of course, at that point, I don't think anybody was giving them to pregnant women and infants, but we were giving them to adults and older people. And so I immediately stopped doing flu shots myself, had my fillings revised, and started doing detox, which I've done ever since then. And as I was looking at the integrative world, going to conferences, reading papers, books, studying, I realized that much of what I was doing was dangerous and bad for people. Because it had been toxic to me, it hurt me.
And at what point did you stop vaccinating people?
Well, that was probably at least 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped doing vaccines and stopped recommending them and tried to talk people out of them. Fortunately, many of my patients nowadays, I would say at least half, are not doing COVID shots. Partly to me convincing them, partly, family, relatives, friends. I feel terrible for the ones that are doing it. Which includes all of my relatives, my husband's relatives, our kids, our grandkids. Everybody's had the COVID vaccine. My ex-brother-in-law is now in the hospital. He just went in yesterday for a heart rate of 200, and they found out he's underlying that's got COVID, despite all the shots and boosters.
What do your colleagues think of you that you've done this big 360?
I don't have a lot of contact. I'm working for my own practice, my own patients, and I don't work in the hospital anymore. So a lot of my patients see specialists that I know, and most of them probably think I'm crazy, as do all my relatives.
It is a big story. I mean, you went from being that doctor to a really good doctor.
But why would my relatives, my daughter, my granddaughter, think that I was telling them to do something dangerous to their health when I'm telling them to avoid vaccines? I had my medical assistant, who worked with me for probably about 10 years, came into my office, was ready to work for me. She had 4 children. None of them had any vaccines. They were the healthiest kids I've ever seen, still to this day. One just graduated college. They are so healthy, so smart, never get sick, never had any vaccines. And so at that point, the only young kids that I was seeing were pretty much ones who the parents didn't want any vaccines, and the other pediatricians kicked them out of the office. So they were the families that I was seeing, because I was willing to take care of them. And certainly during this COVID time, besides not getting vaccines, I've been talking with a lot of people. I'm doing virtual medicine the last couple of years, and treating people with ivermectin, hydroxychloroquine. The compounding pharmacies will fill it. The other pharmacies won't. But people can get it, within a day, and it works amazingly. People should have been prepared and had it at home before they started.
Let me ask you a question about ivermectin then. So when they shout out, horse paste or whatever they call it, horse dewormer, and there were people going to Tractor Supply and buying the horse one.
I've had a few patients who bought the paste.
And
we can get the pills easily.
Can you get it easily?
Yes.
People don't know where to go.
There are several places right around here. Troy, West Bloomfield, compounding pharmacies. Over now where I live in Grand Rapids, there are compounding pharmacies. There are many places you can get it. But the doctors who are working for Beaumont, Henry Ford, St. John, any of the hospital doctors, which I'm not, thank God, are not allowed. And the regular pharmacies.
And why do you think, why is that they're not allowed? What's going on?
Because they're making lots of money from people dying. Why treat them? They make more money on remdesivir and ventilators and COVID deaths. Why would you want to let people prescribe something that you weren't making money on? Everybody's got their pocket full, whether it's the media, the hospitals, the hospital administrators, the researchers. Everybody's making money off this, except the people who are dying.
What's your advice to us, the people, general public out here, as we go into the winter or fall or whatever you want to call it? What is your advice? Do we need to stock up on? How do we need to stay fit?
Stock up on vitamin C, 4,000 to 6,000 a day. D3 when people are sick, 50,000 3 days in a row, then 10,000 a day. Quercetin or hydroxychloroquine. Zinc, 25 to 50 milligrams. Ivermectin, get a doctor to prescribe it. Go on FLCCC, I prescribe it. Order it from India, do whatever. Have it on hand. Get a nebulizer. Have some hydrogen peroxide and iodine you can nebulize. Colloidal silver. There's so many simple things. Nobody talks about miracle mineral solution, chlorine dioxide, that works well too. Lots of things work.
Do you have a website that people can follow you on?
Sure, www.abc-wellness.com.
Okay.
ABC Wellness.
I think everyone's going to have you on speed dial.
Come on at it.
Is there anything else you want to tell the people?
Yes, protect yourself, protect your family. Don't take the shots. Don't take any vaccines. Don't take a flu shot. Don't take a pneumonia. Don't take any of these. They're all dangerous. They're all toxic. They're killing people. And a lot of people aren't realizing when they get sick and have a stroke and get Alzheimer's and that it's from the shots destroying their immune system. But stop now. Be prepared. Stock up. Have all the things you need to stay well. We've learned so much through COVID about how to treat viruses. We got a handle on it. It's so simple.
Thank you.
Just be ready.
Thank you for everything you do, your bravery, for telling your story. I really, really appreciate you.
Can I tell one quick story?
Please.
Early on, I don't remember when the movie Vaxxed came out, but I used to show it in my waiting room office. So people coming in and waiting, they all see it, and I had several copies, and I would get copies to people. I gave a new copy to my daughter-in-law. She was pregnant. A couple months later, she gave it back to me, never opened, said, I can't watch it. Son was born, had all the vaccines, like my granddaughter, like all our grandkids. And then he started flapping, walking on his toes, covering his ears. He's a great kid. I'm not naming names, but he's a great kid. But he was damaged.
I'm sorry.
and nobody listens. So please don't do that to your kids.
Thank you.
Stop it now.